Really excited to have this guy on the show. He's a guy who's given us so many great songs, also a great actor as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim McGraw.
Yeah! Woo!
Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing great, man. And we're talking to you about this new song, Standing Room Only, that happens to be the title track of your 17th studio album.
I know. I started when I was 10. Can you believe it?
Yes, that's right. Let me do the math here. Carry the one. Yeah. Hey, we'd mentioned it, 17th studio album. I got a question for you. Now, I'm not a songwriter, obviously, or a musician, but I always wonder, what that process is when it comes to picking your next single or putting songs on a new album, because you've written so many songs and you've recorded so many songs. How do you kind of tap into something new or something fresh for yourself in order to put out 17 albums?
I still, the same process. A great song's a great song's a great song. And, you just sort of listen through a ton of songs until you find stuff that really resonates to you and sort of strikes you viscerally. And, and I start out every project, I always write for every project. Not everything that I write makes it. In fact, most of the time, the stuff I write doesn't make it on an album. I get lucky every now and then. But what the process does for me writing is I start writing songs that I sort of thematically want my album to be about, and then I start finding songs that are written better than the ones that I'm writing, and then I push mine to the side and start collecting these other songs. But this one really stood out to me when we were going through the songs to record for this album, and it just sort of screamed at being the first single for what it said, and melodically, it's such a unique song melodically. And then when we made the record just came out beautifully, and so sonically, I really loved the way this record sounded. So everything about the song just sort of raised its hand and said I should go first, and when you have to pay attention to that, especially when when you've been doing this for as long as I have, you sort of start paying attention to the songs that really stand out to you, and it doesn't become that difficult of a process once you sort of have all the songs out on the table in front of you.
Talking to Tim McGraw right now. The new single is Standing Room Only. And Tim, I got to be honest with you, man, I really think that is a cool way to think about that process of putting an album together, because call it ego, call it you've been in the business a long time where you know a lot about the business, but being able to step back and say, you know what, I kind of trust this songwriter. This songwriter might be able to tell this story better than I can, or tell a story that'll relate to people better than I can. I think that's a really cool thing.
Well, yeah, gosh, songwriting is the lifeblood of what we do. Without a song, you don't have anything. And to me, that's one of the greatest arts of all time, is to sit down and write a great song in 3 to 4 minutes that tells people. I always say that you can tell people how you feel, but when you tell somebody how they feel, they didn't know they felt that way till they heard you say it. That's when you really got something special, and that's what the gift of songwriting is.
When you teased this new song on social, your fans figured it out pretty quick what you were talking about and what the title of the song is. What does that say about the fans and their love for you?
It was really quick. I was shocked how quickly they got it. They're paying attention, that's for sure. They're a lot sharper than I am. I probably wouldn't have gotten it had I not known about it.
Well, you got some loyal fans, that's for sure, man. That's awesome. Talking to Tim McGraw right now. Standing Room Only is the single. Tim, we want to do some rapid fire with you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Hardest song to sing live?
The last note of Live Like You Were Dying, trying to hold that sucker out.
All right. Favorite song to cover?
Favorite song Tiny Dancer, always.
It's Elton John, so I get it. All right. Last concert you went to?
Last concert I attended. I don't go to concerts very well. The Judds, when Faith was singing with the Judds in Kentucky. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Give me a movie that's in your top 5 all time.
There Will Be Blood.
All right. And the number one thing on your honey-do list?
Take the garbage out.
Okay. And finally, a song that's got to be on your workout playlist.
Journey Greatest Hits.
There we go. All right, man. Well, listen, Tim McGraw, Standing Room Only is the new single and the name of the album. Tim, thanks so much for hanging out today, and you have a great day, bud.
Thanks, guys. Good talking to you.
All right, you too.